So today we are going to start with the Peninsular Plateau. First of all, some theoretical portion I'll let you know, and later on we'll watch a movie which definitely make your doubts clear. So Peninsular Plateau, first of all, we should know the meaning of it. Peninsula, what it is, any one of you. What is peninsula?
It is a piece of land covered by water from 3 or more sides.
3 or 4 sides?
Three or more sides.
3 or more side, 3 तो हो गया बेटा, more side तो 4 ही हो गई. Huh? What is the roll number of Dharya, any one of you?
9.
Okay. So peninsula is a area, is a landmass which is surrounded by water from 3 sides, not more side, not 2 sides. Got it? So I repeat, peninsula is an area which is surrounded by water from 3 sides. For example, southern part of India, that is a peninsula. How come it is a peninsula? Any one of you?
It is covered by water. It is covered by Arabian Sea from west, and Bay of Bengal in east, and Indian Ocean in south.
Very right. It is covered by water from 3 sides, that is Arabian Sea in the west, then Bay of Bengal in the east, and Indian Ocean in the south. Right point. Okay. What is plateau? Fast. What is plateau?
And plateau is a table-like land with flat top.
With flat top and very gentle slope, right? Table-like land, flat top, bit raised from the nearby areas, that is known as a plateau. Southern part of India is known as peninsular plateau. Just hold on. Yeah, southern part of India, that is known as Peninsular Plateau, because it is a peninsula, as already we have discussed, surrounded by water from 3 sides, and it is a plateau. It is a raised area. Raised area means bit raised from the surroundings. So that's why it is known as plateau area. Now here one very important point is why we are discussing about this right now. Why we are discussing about Peninsular Plateau right now? Yes, because it is a part of the physical features of India. It is one of the prominent part of the physical features of India. Now let's talk about the formation of Peninsular Plateau. Be very careful. Let's बहुत ध्यान से सुनना. I'm going to share one map only, and later on we will do various other things. But right now, just hold on. This map is actually of this Nadam Fertile Plain, this plain which we discussed yesterday. Now, look at this. This part, Arabian Sea is here, I guess. Gulshan, is it visible to you? Okay. This part, Bay of Bengal, Arabian Sea. This part, Indian, and this part is Bay of Bengal. Now, earlier there was no sea. Listen to this very carefully. Earlier there was no sea. There was once in this area volcanic eruption took place. This volcanic eruption was so fast, so strong that ultimately a huge depression was formed. बहुत बड़ा खड्डा was formed, and this huge depression was really so huge that water started coming from Indian Ocean towards this huge depression. I repeat, water started coming from this Indian Ocean towards this huge depression. Now students are coming so late and they're really disturbing the class. I have to take attendance and I have to. So in this region, what happened? Volcanic eruption took place, and this volcanic eruption was so strong that huge depression was formed, and due to this depression, what happened? बहुत बड़ा खड्डा बन गया, and ultimately this Indian Ocean say water start moving towards this side, and it got filled with the water from Indian Ocean. In this way, Arabian Sea was formed. Is this point clear? Is this point clear? Okay. Now, Arabian Sea was not there. Instead of that, in South India, volcanic eruption took place, and this eruption was so strong, so powerful that वो सारी जमीन फट गई. वो जो जमीन फट गई means a huge depression was formed, and that huge depression got filled with water by which water? The water which was actually started coming from Indian Ocean towards this huge depression. And this depression got filled with water. And this depression right now, which is filled with water, is known as Arabian Sea. Is this point clear? All of you clear? Okay. Now, southern part of whole India, that is actually made up of volcanic eruption. Volcanic eruption, it means what type of land it can be and would be. What type of rocks would be there? How many rocks do we have otherwise? Types of rocks. How many we have?
3.
3. Name those 3, please.
Sedimentation, metaphor,
Igneous
and
rocks, metamorphic rocks, sedimentary rocks.
Perfect. Igneous rocks, metamorphic rocks, and sedimentary rocks. Now, igneous rocks are formed due to volcanic eruption. Okay? And metamorphic rocks are formed when there is a huge pressure, huge temperature over igneous or sedimentary, and after so many years, it turned into metamorphic rock. So, this southern part of India, that is actually made up of igneous rocks. That's why this area is rich in black soil, red soil, and this area is very rich in minerals. Now here question is, why this area is rich in minerals? Why Peninsula Plateau is rich in minerals? Any one of you? Because whenever volcano erupts, automatically from deep under the earth lava comes out. है ना? What is lava? Lava क्या है? Any one of you? What is lava?
Ma'am, the molten form of rocks on a
Yes.
high temperature.
Right. Molten form of rocks, है ना? जो rocks पिघली हुई है, rocks, steam, gases, pebbles, so many things comes out when lava erupts, when volcano erupts. So molten form of rocks and the lava की बात करें, it comes out, and ultimately it becomes cool. Whenever it comes in contact with the atmosphere, it becomes cool, it becomes solid. ठंडा हो जाता है, hard हो जाता है, and that is known as igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are rich in minerals because these are those minerals which are actually came out after eruption. कहाँ थे पहले? वो जमीन के नीचे थे. But when lava came out, these molten matter also came out, and बाहर आके वो ठंडा हो गया, and what is formed? Rocks are formed. That's why minerals are formed. That's why southern part of India is rich in minerals. Is this point clear? If it is not clear, you have full right to ask question. Okay. Now, southern part of India is made up of igneous rock, is made up of metamorphic rocks, and black soil is there and red soil is there. Plus, in this area, we have various other features also. ठीक है बच्चे? So now I'm going to show you one video regarding this. You are supposed to be very attentive because ये video ही आपका syllabus है. जो भी video दिखाई जा रही है वो आपका syllabus के accordingly ही दिखाई जा रही है. So there are number of things which you people are supposed to note down. Yeah, you can record it also, you can watch later on. But yes, you should know all the details. ठीक है? तो बहुत ध्यान से, undoubtedly side by side I'll explain also, but even then you have to be extraordinarily careful. So I'm going to start. Gaurav, you're supposed to give me the feedback, right, Bache?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Video is clear? I mean, picture is clear right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So a tableland.
So this, look at, first of all, this yellow portion, mustard color. This whole is Peninsula Plateau. This whole. And this, look at this is exactly below Northern Fertile Plain. This is Northern Fertile Plain. Exactly below Northern Fertile Plain, we can see the mustard area, yellow area. This is known as tableland structure, or we say plateau area.
This tableland was formed when Gondwana land broke and the people.
We remember, if you remember, whole of the earth was divided into 2 parts, Angara land and Gondwana land. So this is the southern part of India, that is Gondwana land.
Pieces drifted apart. Gondwana land is the southern part of the ancient supercontinent Pangaea, with Angara land in the northern part. Thus, the Peninsula Plateau is part of a very old landmass.
So
This-
Peninsula Plateau is actually the oldest landmass of the world, and even or definitely of India. Where we people live, na, we North Indian people. North India is considered to be the new area, and southern part of India is considered the one of the this oldest land part of India.
This is also evident in the composition of the plateau. It is composed of old crystalline, igneous,
Rocks you can see there, and right hand side you can see metamorphic rocks. So this area is made up of igneous and metamorphic rocks.
and metamorphic rocks. What kind of relief would you find on a tableland? The Peninsula Plateau consists of both broad and shallow valleys
Now let's
and
understand the meaning.
rounded hills.
Let's understand the meaning of broad, shallow valleys. Any one of you. Why valleys are broad here? In North India, we don't have broad valleys. We don't have as much broad valleys as in South India. South India maybe have much more broader valleys as compared to North India. Why? What is your common sense? Just use your brain. Maybe you would be able to get the answer. Broad valleys. Because, bache, anyone? Because this area is extremely old area, as it is, they have already told you. And in this area, the rivers they are moving here, that is also extremely old. So much erosion from last so many centuries, they have made that area got eroded. Mountains have got eroded. So erosion के बाद the valleys जो बन रही हैं, they are very broad. बहुत बड़ी हो चुकी हैं valleys. Is this point clear? Okay.
Based on the relief, the Peninsula Plateau has two broad divisions: the Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateau.
You can note it down. This question can be asked, or otherwise also we should know about it. Whole of Peninsula Plateau we can divide into two parts. One is Central Highland, and the second one is Deccan Plateau. Now look at the Central Highland name. Central. It is situated in the center of India. You can see here, Highland. This area is not at all a mountainous area. This area is not at all a totally plateau area. This area is not at all a plain area. ना वो plateau है, ना वो plain है, ना ही वो mountainous है. Rather, this area is highland. Highland मतलब badly eroded area. सीधा नहीं है, ना वो mountain की तरह है, ना वो plateau है, और ना ही वो plain है. But it is badly eroded area. Highly uneven land is here. Ups and downs are here, known as highland. Situated in the center of India, that's why known as Central Highlands. And the southern part of India, which we call it as a plateau, that is Deccan Plateau, Deccan, Dakshin, South, Deccan Plateau. You can see, look at the map very carefully. यहीं से questions आपके आएंगे. First, whole of Peninsula Plateau we can divide two parts. One is Central Highlands, situated in center of India, and it is not a plain, not a plateau, neither a mountainous area, but it is highly uneven area. That's what is known as highland. And southern part of India is Deccan, Dakshin, South, Plateau, tableland structure.
Let's check out these areas on the map. The Central Highlands refer to the portion of the Peninsula Plateau that lies to the north of the Narmada River.
Look at this. Here we have river Narmada. Look at the location of river Narmada. With this location, you have to do it on your maps later on. It's exactly below Gujarat. देखो एक दे गुजरात का portion है. Exactly here we have river Narmada, and exactly above river Narmada. Look at the map. Look at this screen, please. Exactly above river Narmada, we have Central Highland. River Narmada, uske upar we have Central Highland.
It covers a majority of the Malwa Plateau.
Now, Central Highland is further divided in two parts. I repeat, Central Highland is further divided in two parts. Which are those two parts? First one is Malwa Plateau. Look at the location. They have shown it to you here. Malwa Plateau. Malwa Plateau is situated between south mein Narmada River is there. Here we have Narmada River. This is Malwa Plateau, and here we have Aravali Range. Maybe brown portion you can see. This is Aravali Range in Rajasthan. So in between Aravali and Narmada River, we have Malwa Plateau. In between Aravali in northwest and Narmada River in south, we have Malwa Plateau. Now let's talk about this Malwa Plateau. Few lines about this Malwa Plateau. But this Malwa Plateau is badly eroded area. This Malwa Plateau is highly uneven area. And so much unevenness is here that no specific economic activity can be performed here. Neither agriculture nor industries. ना agriculture यहाँ पे लग सकती हो सकती है, ना industries लग सकती हैं, because land area is highly uneven. Which area? Malwa Plateau. What is Malwa Plateau? Malwa Plateau is actually situated a part of Central Highland. Central Highland के west में we have Malwa Plateau, and it is situated in between Narmada River in south and Aravali Mountains in northwest.
The Vindhya Range forms the boundary of the Central Highlands on the south. The Aravalis form the northwestern boundary of.
Exactly. Now you can see two ranges here. पहले आपको river बताई गई थी. अभी two ranges we are going to discuss. This is range Vindhya. This also you have to locate on your map. Vindhyanchal. Maybe you have heard about it. This range in the junior classes. Vindhyanchal. Exactly below Vindhyanchal we have Satpura Narmada River. Here we have Narmada River. Above, some disturbances from someone's speaker. Kindly switch it off. Thank you. So here we have river Narmada. Above river Narmada, we have Vindhyanchal range. So in between Vindhyanchal and here we have Aravali, we have Malwa Plateau. This is Malwa Plateau.
These highlands. The Vindhya range has a special significance because it divides India geographically into northern India or the Indo-Gangetic Plain and southern India.
So what is the speciality of Vindhyanchal range? Vindhyanchal range, which is situated here. Already you have seen. So Vindhyanchal range, what is the characteristic specific of this? That it divides India into two parts, northern India and southern India. Yes, Kushan, ask it out, beta.
Malwa Plateau is surrounded by which two ranges?
Aravali range in the northwest and Vindhyanchal range in the south. Okay, got it? And Vindhyanchal range makes or divide India into two parts, northern India and southern India.
Moving a little west along the Vindhya range, the Peninsula Plateau gradually merges into the sandy and rocky desert of Rajasthan.
So west of Aravali, towards west of Malwa Plateau, we have Rajasthan, a desertic area, dry area where amount of rainfall is extremely less.
Let's take a look at the rivers in this region. They are the Chambal.
You have to locate all these rivers. जो मैं नाम बोलूंगी, you have to locate. Yeah, later on you can note down the names and later on you can do it. Not right now compulsion है आपके लिए. मैं आपको stress नहीं दूंगी बिल्कुल भी. So right now you just note down the names. Location you can do later on. So very prominent river. This is this river, Chambal River. How many of you have heard this name, Chambal? Raise your hand. Chambal is actually famous for what? Yes, so many are raising their hand. Chambals are actually famous for? Any one of you? Chaitanya, speak up. Chambal is famous for what? As a river or otherwise? Yes, Gaurav? Yes, speak up.
Ma'am, here's the name, ma'am. Chambal Ghati, ma'am. Somewhere.
चंबल घाटी. बेसिकली पता है क्या है? नॉलेज अंडरस्टैंडिंग आपको ऑटोमेटिकली समझ में आ जाएगा कि हाउ कम हाईलैंड्स. चंबल घाटी is actually a घाटी, a valley made by river this Chambal. तो यहाँ पे this area is totally uneven area, highland जैसे हमने बोला है. So मतलब ऐसे
It is a tributary of river Yamuna also.
Yeah, exactly. It is a tributary of river Yamuna also. But the area from where it flows, Chambal River. So this area is totally uneven. Malwa Plateau में से flow करती है, uneven area that is. So this area is actually famous. जितने भी robbers हैं, डाकू होते हैं basically. अभी नहीं, पहले एमपी में ये एरिया आता है बेसिकली. डाकुओं का ये एरिया था. उनका घर होता था यहाँ पे चंबल. चंबल घाटी वॉज फेमस फॉर डेकोट्स क्योंकि ये छुप जाते थे वहां पे. पुलिस इनको पकड़ नहीं पाती थी. Why? Because this area is totally uneven area. कहीं पे caves आ रही, कहीं पे निकल रही हैं, वो पता ही नहीं चलता. मतलब badly intermixed area it is. So बहुत easy था उनके लिए छुपना यहाँ पे. So that is their home actually. So Chambal River we're talking about. Chambal River flows through Malwa Plateau. So you can see this is River Chambal, and as one of the student has given the answer very right, Chambal River is a tributary of River Yamuna.
Sindh, the Betwa,
This is Betwa River. We are moving according to your syllabus. Second river which you are supposed to make, that is Betwa River. It is a tributary of River Ganga or Yamuna. This river is Betwa River. This is Chambal River. This is Betwa River.
and the Ken.
And third river
As they
is
flow
Ken. Chambal, Betwa, Ken. Even Son is also there.
from the
Okay.
southwest direction to the northeast direction. They give you
Now let's understand the meaning of this. If you remember, when we discussed about Nadar Fertile Plain, we discussed about the tributaries of River Ganga. Some tributaries join Ganga River from north, some join Ganga River from south. जो south से join करें, these are these rivers: Chambal, Betwa, Sindh, Ken. These are the tributaries which join Ganga from south. Now here question is, what is the difference of, like Ganga is having two kind of tributaries, one which join Ganga from north, second one which join Ganga from south. Any one of you tell me what is the difference in these two tributaries? Use your common sense, you know it. Nothing bookish nahi hai, common sense hai. Difference between Ganga.
Please repeat the question.
Question is, some tributaries like Ghaggar, Jamuna, Gandak, Kosi join Ganga from north. Some tributaries like Chambal, Sindh, Betwa, Ken join Ganga from south. What is the difference in these two kinds of tributaries of River Ganga?
Ma'am, they flows from west or south, ma'am. But ma'am, they flows from north,
Then,
ma'am.
if they
Then
have,
ma'am, they join the Ganga.
okay, Navnoor, yes, Navnoor. Yes, Navnoor, speak up.
They come from different glaciers.
Very right. And which rivers come from glaciers?
Ma'am, may I tell?
Yes, speak up.
Ma'am, they indicate the slope towards the
Okay, okay,
towards the south.
towards the north. है ना? जो चंबल, बेटवा, सिंध, केन है, they are moving towards the north. So it means slope is towards north. ये तो एक point हो गया. But ये point is 101% correct. But इसके साथ जो main point which we are talking about, Chambal, Sindh, Betwa and Ken. Do you think these rivers are coming from glaciers? Do we have glaciers in South India?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Why not? Okay, do we have glaciers in North India?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. है ना? Yamuna, Ghaggar, Gandak, Kosi, they all come from glaciers. If they all are coming from glaciers, now these rivers would be permanent river or temporary rivers?
Ma'am, permanent river.
Permanent river. And Chambal, Sindh, Betwa and Ken, they are not coming from glaciers. So these are temporary rivers, temporary tributaries. Northern tributaries of River Ganga, they are permanent tributaries. Southern tributaries of River Ganga, they are temporary tributaries. Now here question is, why southern rivers are temporary tributaries? Why don't they come from glaciers? Any one of you? Glaciers कहाँ होते हैं? Okay, glaciers are found in two places. One, the areas is very much close to polar area like Antarctic and Arctic. Ek area plus the high mountainous area where height of the mountain is excessive, like we have 4,000 above that, 6,000 above that. अब साउथ में क्या है? We have Vindhyachal, we have Satpura, we have Western Ghats, we have Eastern Ghats. The height of all these ranges, that is extremely less, almost 1500 around, yeah, less than 1500 meter. इस वजह से we don't have glaciers there. अगर glaciers नहीं है, then how come these rivers are formed? These rivers are temporary rivers. These rivers are formed whenever there is rainfall. So these rivers are rain-fed rivers. Tributaries joining Ganga from south, these are rain-fed rivers. These are not permanent rivers. Is this point clear, beta ji? All of you clear? Okay.
You a fair indication which way the mountains slope in this region. If you observe the layout of the Central Highlands on the map, the highlands seem to be wider in the west than in the east. Let's move eastwards in the Central Highlands.
So here, eastward,
You
Central
may have
Highland
heard
ka
of Bundelkhand. The famous Khajuraho temples are in
बुंदेलखंड. बुंदेलों के मुंह से हमने सुनी कहानी थी, खूब लड़ी मर्दानी, वो तो झांसी वाली रानी थी. She belongs to this area, बुंदेल area. Central Highland का, मालवा प्लेटू का eastward extension, बुंदेलखंड. Khajuraho temple, maybe you have heard about it.
in this part of the country. Bundelkhand is the local name for the eastward extensions of the Peninsula Plateau. The other eastward extension is Bhagelkhand.
मालवा प्लेट्यू, बुंदेलखंड, बघेलखंड, ये सारे उसी सेंट्रल हाईलैंड में ही है.
Further east, you will come across the Chota Nagpur Plateau.
Very famous area, Chota Nagpur Plateau area. Famous for what? Famous for minerals. Full of minerals, very rich in minerals, iron, copper, coal, zinc, so many minerals are found here. And because of the availability of mineral in this Chota Nagpur Plateau area, now question is, why maximum minerals are available here? Definitely it's because of plateau area. Okay, so plateau hai, that's why minerals are available. Minerals are available, that's why maximum mineral based industries are situated here. जितनी भी mineral based industries हैं, they are maximum situated in this area. So all these areas fall under Central Highland. First Malwa Plateau, Bundelkhand, Bhagelkhand, and Chota Nagpur Plateau area. Malwa Plateau, nothing extraordinary about it. Rather, it is badly eroded area. No economic activity is there. Situated in between Aravalli in the south, Aravalli in the northwest, and Vindhyas in the south. And Chota Nagpur Plateau area, very much important from economical point of view because of the availability of minerals.
This is the eastern extension of the Central Highlands. The Damodar is an important river that drains this region.
Very famous river, Damodar. Earlier, it was known as Sorrow of India. Earlier, not now, because those time this floods were very common. The government constructed a dam here, and name of the dam is Damodar Valley Corporation, DVC. So this Damodar river actually flows through this region.
Now, we move on to the other part of the Peninsula Plateau.
So if you people have any doubt regarding Central Highland, let me know. Otherwise, we'll proceed with the next topic, that is Deccan Trap. Any doubt? I repeat, Central Highland situated in the center of India, below Northern Fertile Plain, above Vindhya Range, divided into 4 parts, that is Malwa Plateau, Bundelkhand, Bhagelkhand, and Chota Nagpur Plateau. Malwa Plateau between Vindhyas and Aravallis, then Bundelkhand is there, then Bhagelkhand is there, and ultimately Chota Nagpur is there. Chota Nagpur Plateau is basically famous for minerals. Okay, Damodar river is there, and Malwa Plateau is drained by river Chambal, river Betwa is there, river Son is there, river Ken is there. This is all we have done. Any doubt till this? If no, thumbs up. If yes, thumbs down. If doubt, hands up. Rest of you? Yes, Hriday. Yes, Hriday. Ask.
No doubt, ma'am, by mistake.
Okay. So I request all of you to be very much on time. बहुत बच्चे लेट आ रहे हैं, that's why बहुत नुकसान आपका होगा, because मैंने तो बेटा जी fill करके दे देना है कि these children are absent continuously from these so many days. ठीक है? So that's all for today. I am ending up here. and rest of the work we'll do tomorrow. And your notebooks मैंने बोला हुआ है, do it, and maps are must, right बच्चे? So see you tomorrow.